NCCD's mission is to promote just and equitable social systems for individuals, families, and communities through research, public policy, and practice. We were founded over 100 years ago to prevent children from getting trapped in the adult criminal justice system. Both then and now, we know that alternatives to incarceration work better than locking people up for the wrong reasons. Today, we use our institutional history and knowledge to conduct research to help children and adults in many systems, including criminal justice, child welfare, education, and adult protection. Race, poverty, family problems, educational, and mental and physical health issues all affect the likelihood that someone will experience a safe childhood and a healthy adulthood. With research and knowledge, we can help the children and adults who are most at risk. We work to make a lasting, positive impact for the men, women, and children who are most vulnerable to abuse, neglect, and high rates of involvement with social service systems. For example, we are conducting research to reduce racial disparities in foster care and to improve the lives of lesbian, gay, bisexual, and transgendered youth who are at higher risk for many negative outcomes. We are developing strategies to reunite youth with their families and connect them with their communities. We are also advancing restorative justice, which reduces repeat crime and costs less, so savings can be used in prevention and investment in the community. To succeed, we need partners who care about these issues, so we can work together to create innovative, long-term solutions to these problems. NCCD has a unique view on the spectrum of challenging situations that people face. Because we work in various kinds of social service systems, we are in a privileged position to understand how and why people cross over from one system to another. If we can use research to prevent that, we will greatly improve people's lives and save tremendous amounts of money doing it. Second, NCCD has been around for over 100 years. We've seen trends come and go and provided a steady voice through political pendulum swings. Our longevity is an asset in providing useful knowledge and tools that decision makers need to make lasting change. NCCD works on many levels to impact people's lives. Our research gives policymakers the knowledge they need to fix what's not working in our country. At the same time, we give social workers, law enforcement, teachers, and others tools they need to do their jobs better. We evaluate programs so those that work can be replicated and expanded. And community groups look to us for the knowledge they need to solve problems. Our mission and values drive our work, and because we are committed to research, people from all different points of view trust us. We want to know what works and why, and help people make change happen. We want to shift the focus to models that work better, cost less, and respect our incredible human potential. We've demonstrated our effectiveness by impacting people's lives in a number of areas. These metrics include reducing the number of individuals in these systems and changing policies and influencing the debate on the issues we focus on. In Los Angeles, our work helped reduce the number of kids in foster care by 2/3. In Chicago, our research pushed policy change, supporting the community who had called for closing an overcrowded and unsafe juvenile detention facility with incredible levels of racial disparity. We have reached thousands of people in jail, prisons, and detention centers across the country as part of the National Center for the Elimination of Prison Rape. Our work is making incarcerated people safer and thus supporting public safety outside the prison walls when people re-enter the community. NCCD knows how to translate our expertise in one system to another. People who come to us for help in a probation department may not realize that we also do work to prevent people from entering the justice system in the first place. People who come to us for child welfare work don't always realize that we work in the juvenile justice and educational system. We know how systems work and how they can work together to improve lives. In Baltimore, our research helped the community stop the construction of a new juvenile detention facility, freeing up money to be used to treat kids rather than simply lock them up. For decades, we've led the child protection field in research-based risk assessment. We now train workers on how to collaborate with families so that families can thrive and more children can stay safely in their homes. We've changed the conversation around girls and gangs. Our work has helped to show that girls and young women are increasingly involved in violent gangs, allowing us to develop solutions that can help prevent girls from joining gangs in the first place. We are also proud to administer the National Resource Center for the Elimination of Prison Rape in partnership with the Federal Bureau of Justice Assistance. Together, we are creating a culture of zero tolerance for sexual abuse in confinement. In too many of our government systems, it's child protection here, juvenile justice there, education down the hall. Today, NCCD has changed the way we work to look for the connections between these different systems and find the ways learnings in one area can benefit another. At-risk people are at risk in a variety of systems. We can follow kids from school to the juvenile justice system. We see our children suffering trauma at home and know we may see them later in a state adult prison. NCCD's work allows us to look across communities and systems to find the connections and the opportunities to improve lives. With new resources, we can find out why people of color, people who are LGBT, and others are falling through the cracks in our justice system and start finding solutions to stop the cycle. With new resources, we can improve adult protection services. More than 500,000 incidents of elder mistreatment occur every year, and many more go unreported. With the baby boomer generation now in their 60s, the need is growing rapidly. With new resources, bringing restorative justice into more communities and schools could create a great leap forward in the evolution of our justice system. Not only does restorative justice help repair harm between people and in communities, it can help stem the tide of children and young people unnecessarily flowing into our jails and prisons. The men and women in the systems we work with are hungry to do the right thing. We need to provide law enforcement with the tools and knowledge to do their job better. For example, our work with the California Cities Gang Prevention Network helped cities develop their own plans to curb gang violence. We'd like to take that work to all of the places that need it. We'd also like to transform our child protection system from one that intervenes when things go wrong into one that prevents future child abuse. If we understand more about families that are able to successfully change, governments can incentivize child safety, and kids and families will benefit.